Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman.
Okay, amor.
Oh, yes. Thank you, babe. Thank you.
Ready?
Okay. I get up in the morning and I like my work. I like what I do. I like the people who I work with. So when I come ready to do whatever it is. I don't get tired the whole day. So that means if you like what you do, believe me, I would recommend to anybody. If you're working, you make sure that you like what you do. That way you can be proud of yourself and whatever. I feel proud because I do a lot of good things, and I provide for a lot of people anyway, so that's good. This charro is ready. How about you? Okay, okay.
God bless you, darling.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye. See, my father used to work in a post office, and I used to move him from one town to another. So actually we've been in several places. And the last one, that was Guadalupe, Calvo, Chihuahua. Yeah, when I was 7, yeah. in a little town there's not much to do, but I used to we used to go to the mountains, cut wood, cut it, put it in a little burro, whatever, and bring it to the town and try to sell it to people, because people need to have the wood in the homes, So I used to do that, and I used to help the people who were trying to grow corn and things like that. So you work in the farm and do all this. So you help to plant the corn and see when it grows, to clean them up and all the stuff. That's what we did. And of course you get paid this and that. So I started getting a little bit of money here and there, so that, which was good. So actually I consider myself, since I was 7 and up, I really didn't cost anything to my family. So which I feel proud.
Yeah, definitely.
From there, we went to Mistlan. That's when I grew up and started working over there. And then the same town I grew up when I was like 10 years old. Then my father and his partner used to go to a different town, Talpa, to buy cows. That way they buy it over there, and then you have to walk those cows and take it all the way to Guadalajara. So it takes 10 days actually. So the first time, 2-3 times you learn, how you gonna take those animals, that way they don't lose weight and all that, find out places where they can eat and all that sort of thing. At the beginning, there was somebody in the horse, that was the main guy, and I was running like crazy, taking care of that thing. And say, one of these days I'm gonna be in the horse, and it happened. When I was 11, almost 12 years old, and then I was the man who was gonna take all these cows. I used to take like 150 cows from that Talpa, go 10 days to Guadalajara, take it over there, everything was good. We walk a lot, but that was a lot of fun and things like that. You used to go in the camp, and then you had to sleep in any place, Sometime one night it started raining so bad, so then we had to get up and in a barn, on a barda or whatever, and you sleep on top. I wanted to be a mechanic when I was very, very young, of course, and then we came to Guadalajara from one small town in Mexico, and I looked until I found somebody to give me a job, and I found one. I did a lot of stuff. I went to work for a company. The last company I worked over there, that was Bimbo de Occidente, as a mechanic. We were 22 mechanics, so I earned, because I went from the bottom all the way to the top. Thanks God. I worked hard to get there, but still I thought that I need something. One guy on the master mechanic at that time, he speak English, and I didn't do nothing. And he always tell me, okay, come with me, that way you can hear when, because I'm going to call United States to order some parts. And he was pretty good, so we became friends and all that. So one day I decided, I said, one of these days I'm going to go to the United States, I'm going to learn English, then I can come. I have a good position there. That was good money. Everything was okay for me at that time. I was too young. And I did. I decided to come to the United States, and that's how the whole thing started. So we did a lot of things in order to get the papers ready and all that. That was a long story, but anyway, we just jumped. But we came in. We're here in the United States. And then we start working there. We start looking where that was kind of hard to find any job. Then there was a company in San Francisco. They say, okay, you pay so much, we find a job for you, that kind of people. So we went over there, and I met the guys in the office, and they start talking. No problem. We like to have a job like a mechanic, because mechanic is. Then the owner of that place, he had a place, and he has another store. Bill Simon, that's his name. Businessman, And then my friend who came with me, Regino, both mechanics. And then this guy, okay, I'm going to open a shop in San Mateo, and I want you guys to work for me, and you're not going to pay. Oh, well, that's good. So we start working with him, and we came and saw the place. It wasn't really ready yet. He says in about 2 weeks it'll be done, and this and that. Meantime, you can fix his manager a car. So we did something with the engine, and then he says, but I need somebody to go and put some flyers, Okay, so he used to take us someplace, leave us there, give us a quarter, 2 quarters, or whatever to go back. We used to live in San Francisco on 24th Street. Anyway, that was like 2 weeks. Of course, we didn't have a place to stay, so he says, "No, you can be here in this store." There was the way back in the store. There was a small room, nothing in it, just a room. We grabbed some papers, to cover up ourselves. Then I found a little cazuelita, and we bought some eggs. I boiled it, get some bread, that's what we were doing, And then this guy says, okay. I said, well, he's going to give me some money. So he put his money in his pocket. He grabbed a bunch of quarters and things like that. He said, I'll give you some more tomorrow. Okay, so we continue going buy some more eggs and keep going. At the end, that was like a Friday night. Police came in to the store. We were there. So the policeman says, he knew that we didn't speak English anyway, so he says, lo siento, but van a tener que salirse. You have to leave. So here we go. We go outside. So we lost the home. So we had to leave the place. All right. Still no money. Not very much, a few dollars that we have. So now we are in the streets. Oh my God. So what are we going to do now? And they closed the store. They closed the company, the one that they were advertising to find a job for everybody and all the stuff. And the 2 people, that was a married guy and his wife. Both of them, they were working there. They knew us because we talking to them, and we fixed his car and all that. So they found out that they threw us out, that we didn't even have a place to stay. That was 7 o'clock at night. But they come on, and he says, you know what? You guys can come over with us. They have problems too. The wife was expecting, and I don't think they have much money. Maybe this guy wasn't really paying them. They were looking for him like crazy, because he was taking money from everybody. You want a job for this? Okay. You want to be a doctor or whatever? He find any kind of job, and he charged. So he kept the money. So he ran away. Anyway. But that night, I never forget that. We went to their house. They was living in a little apartment, and then the lady, she cooked, like they had just one piece of steak or something, and I don't think they have very much. So I remember that she cut them little pieces, and that way we can share the food with them. Luckily, the next day I found a place, in Folsom, right there. I found a room. They're gonna rent the room for $1 a day, $1 a day. Nothing in, just the room. But that was a bathroom that you had to share the bathroom with the rest of the people there. So we stayed there, and then Aurelio, that was my compadre, after, he kept looking. He came over and says, there is a place that they want people to go and wash dishes, but I don't know if you want to do it. We do whatever, So that's how we started. Actually, that was the first job, the really job that we have here. We wash dishes in Westlake. But right there's in the shopping center, right in the corner, that was a big restaurant. Jim Campton's, that was the name. Yeah. So I start talking to the manager, says, no problem, you can start working tomorrow. Both of you, okay. So we start working, and you're going to start working like at 2 o'clock. Maybe by 11 you can go home. Okay, fine. So we start working, and that was a big place, and there was a little window. Okay. So then I told him, okay, you on that side, I'm on this side. I'm going to receive all the whatever it comes. I'm going to put it in these baskets. I'm going to put it in the machine, and then, you put it over there in places. I got 2:30, nothing coming in the window. We were, oh man, this piece of cake. We're making money, that's good. Then they start coming. Oh my God. And another one. And I'm with a hose, put it in place, shh, more place, pop, put. Send it to him. And then the other guy trying to put all this place in. Anyway, that was, oh man, by 11 o'clock, we hardly can walk. And we had to walk quite a bit to go for the bus, to take the bus to go to the 24th Street. Anyway, but I keep looking every single day. In the morning, I got the morning, so I had the whole morning, because we start working only 2 o'clock, to go and wash the dishes. Then I used to go to all the places. I got to one place, that was a little shop over there in San Francisco. I like it. I think here I saw that they have work, and said, well, maybe. Then I learned one night before, okay, what I'm going to ask. Then I'm looking for a job, and I keep repeating and try it. Okay, here you go. All right, let's go. Then I got there, and I got to the place. So I stopped in the door, and then somebody, come in and says, maybe he told me, what can I do for you, or whatever. Then I said, I'm looking for Jack. And maybe his name was Jack, like he was doing like this, okay? And I keep repeating, I'm looking for Jack. And I keep, he was telling me like I'm Jack, and the guy he gave up, he said, something like that, he just walk. So I said, man, I almost cried. Then I went and I said, this is what happened with this book. But that was a pretty, oh man, that was hard to be looking for a job to somebody else. But I kept looking, and I found one place, and the owner, one of the owners, he speaks Spanish. Oh man, that was good. So I keep bugging him almost every day. You need me, whatever. One day, he came in to knock in the morning in the room. He said, you know what? I don't know what to do. We lost the mechanic and too much work, too much problems. Okay. They say, would you like to come and work 3 or 4 hours? And I'm, oh, no problem. Yeah, I'll be there. Fine. So that was like a Monday. So I went over there and worked 3 or 4 hours. They have all kinds of problems. So I started fixing one, and I fixed quite a few of the problems that they have. And then when I was leaving, he says, "Can you come tomorrow?" Sure, I'll be here for you. And the third day, how about if you come and work you 40 hours? What do you think? Oh yeah. I was making $52 in the restaurant, and the whole week. As a mechanic, that was $138 a week. So that was a big jump. So that's when I started going a little better. So it was like that. Unfortunately, the owner, there were two, and the guy who hired me, I think he got cancer. He passed away. Then the other, he was the guy who hired me. He was in charge of the shop, and the other guy was in charge of the body shop. So the guy in the body shop, now he's by himself, so he come over. He says, "I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe I got somebody who's going to come, and maybe we can rent it for you." Because I saw a guy one day before from Argentina. Actually, he came and looked for work right where I was. I said, "You know what? I think it's going to be a job for you here." I was saying in Spanish. I have a problem. I don't have a problem to fix the cars, but I have a problem with the English. Oh, I speak. Oh, good. So I told the other guy, "You know what? Him and I, we can rent the place. We pay you so much, and we start working." That was our shop already. So we make a very good couple. Yeah, he wasn't a really good mechanic, but he knew how. He knew how to speak. So I say, "Okay, the customer comes. He talked to the customer. I can do the work." So we did. From those two shops that we have, they were going to do something with the building, so we had to forget about the business. Then at that time, I decided to go and work for one company as a transmission shop. The name was Day and Night Transmission. Good company, well known at that time. I worked several years with them, actually. 3 or 4 years, I think, or even more. And then this other fellow from Western Transmission, he was coming with me, things like that. And anyway, I decided to go with this other company, and so we went over there. I brought my brothers with me to the same place, so we were together there. And we were several years with this company too, until I decided to go to Mexico to open the shop, Transmisiones Unidas. We tried to open one here in the United States before we did this, but we made 3 deals with different people, and for some reason they back off of the deal, things like that. So we kind of we were disappointed. Matter of fact, this place at that time, we were looking, and then I saw, we sit down right in the rail, right there outside, watching this building. And I told my compadre, you know what, I'm going to go and talk to these guys. Maybe they wanted to rent this place for us.
Yeah.
I come in, I talk to the guy, says, not right now, but you come in 2 years. Until, in the meantime, nothing really happened, so we went to Guadalajara and we opened the shop over there, which is Transmisiones Unidas de Guadalajara. And that time when I opened Transmisiones Unidas, I was from like 1973 to 19. We last like 4 years over there, and that was the beautiful time that I met my wife. She come over, and she used to call me Maestro, Maestro, my car. Okay, and I did like the women, so. One day, she came over, and actually she called me. She says if I can come over to the house because got some problems with the car. So I went over there. I went over there and fixed the car over there. And I told her, well, everything is okay, right? By doing that, I removed my washer and I put it on top of the filter of the car. So I went to the shop. Anyway, later on, they found my watch and they came over to give it to me. So that was, then we started knowing us a little better. But still, she always dressed in, black and things like that. I was thinking when she's gonna forget about that black thing, and maybe I was thinking myself, see what kind of fun we're gonna have. Anyway, the next time she came to the shop, she was dressing kind of like a very nice dress with a lot of circles in white, all the white and black. They look beautiful. She looks very, very good. So when I saw her, I said, oh my God. And I said, for sure it's your birthday today. She says, no, this is not my birthday. Oh man, I wish it was your birthday that I can come and give you a hug. And she says, well, it's not my birthday, but you can give me a hug. So I ran the place for 4 years and a half. I sold my part to my partner over there. I brought her and the kids, everybody. Either my mother, my father. One by one, I brought everybody. Actually, I was the first one here in the United States, and little by little, they start coming until I got everybody. Then I called my two brothers. I said, why don't we open a shop here? So they come, That's how we start, actually, this company here. Yeah, my brothers, Edmundo and Tino, and myself, we start United Transmissions on June 2nd, 1980. And since then, we worked for a couple of years, something like that. Then my brother went back to Mexico. And my brother Tino and myself, we continue with the business up to now. My proudest moments in this shop, I would say I always believe in take a good care of the customers, do the best that we can do, the more honest way to keep our business nice and clean and keep it for a long, long time. That's what we've been doing right from the beginning up to now.
The best memory I have of my dad. I was 15 and my mother was missing and he was not married to her yet. He was there and I felt for the first time safe. And ever since, he has made me feel safe, which is the best feeling in the world. Safe and loved and wanted. So thank you, Daddy.
I'm Daddy's favorite because I like to say I'm Daddy's favorite, especially to Chris. But in reality, my dad just has an air about him that makes you feel special, just being next to him. He was the first man I ever loved. He's my hero. And I just wish him the happiest of birthdays. I love you, Dad.
The funniest memory I have of my dad is when I had done something and he was really mad at me and he was gonna hit me with his belt. So he was chasing me around our house in Newark off Cedar Boulevard, and I was running away from him. And I remember I had ran into their room and I ran to one side of the bed and he was on the other side of the bed, and he had his belt in his hand and he kept telling me he was going to spank me with it. And I was crying because I'd never been spanked. And I ran to my mom, and of course she saved me and didn't let my dad, spank me. So I just remember that being a really funny memory of my dad trying to spank me, which he probably should have. And I probably would not have come out so spoiled. But anyway, that's what happened, and that's my funny memory with my dad.
Proudest moments with Dad have been when he has had lunch with me, when it's just been him and me, and when he was there when I had Cassandra, and when I have had the twins. I was grateful.
The most thoughtful thing Daddy has ever done for me was losing my cat Randy many, many, many years ago was one of the hardest things that I went through. Dad knew I was heartbroken, and him not being such a pet lover, but knowing that I was, he took himself to the animal shelter and went into one of the adoption rooms and sat down with a new kitten, and the kitten took to him faster than he could take to the kitten. And before you knew it, he adopted a new cat for me and named him Lucky. Brought him home and took my tears away. He knew that having something new to love was going to make everything just right. I love him for that.
The best advice that my dad ever gave me since I was very young is to always be respectful and loving to my mom and listen to any advice that she has to give me. He's also taught me to be strong and proud of who I am and don't let anyone make me feel otherwise.
Gilberto, ¿cómo estás? Deseándote lo mejor de lo mejor en este momento. Arcelia, Omar, Sabrina, Chayenne y un servidor, te deseamos desde Texas que tengas un hermoso día en compañía de todas esas personas que te quieren, te estiman, te respetan. I'm taking the opportunity to mention my fondest memories about United Transmissions, a place that I worked so many years, and very happy days, very happy moments, and to know that we were one of the most honest shops in the Bay Area, and that I know. And once again, Gilberto, enjoy this day that is your day. Happy birthday, and you are the king right now. Enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Dad, you've given me so many impactful memories. My first car, the Volvo with the stick shift. Of course, I'd never driven stick before, so it was pretty comical, him going with me for that first drive. But what I remember is the pride and joy you had for me reaching another milestone in my life. Then there's your work ethic. It's amazing. All I can remember since I was a child was him going to work every day to provide for his family. He never complained. I so much wanted to be like him. I remember one summer going to work with him and my cousin Jorge. We thought since our dads were always there, it must be a fun place to hang out. I don't think we even made it through the entire summer, but we was still so proud of us being there, and the opportunity to see him every day at work was such a joy. He taught me the importance of working and not expecting anything to be given to me. You could call my dad anytime at work or wherever. It didn't matter what he was working on. He would always drop everything, and he always made you feel like you were the most important person. But probably the most impactful memories I had of him was seeing the love and compassion he's always had for his family. Whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any other family gathering, you always felt the love when he walked into the room. Finally, when I began my career and started my family, it was tougher for us to get together, so we tried meeting for dinner every once in a while. Those dinners became our time to talk, to laugh, and really enjoy each other's company. So many times we were the last to leave the restaurant. As I've gotten older, I've learned to really appreciate all of you done for me, how you've impacted my life and helped me to become the man that I am today. Thank you, Dad. I love you, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gil. I hope you enjoyed this party. I love you. You're the love of my life.